Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crochet and Coffee here, and today we have an unbagging and a little bit of a re-show because I showed this unboxing in my live, but I know not everybody watches the replay, nor do they come to the live because of, time zone difference and everything else like that. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody got a chance to see this cool little case I got. So we're going to start off with this before the unbagging. This case came from the Montague Lisa store on AliExpress. This is one of two items that I purchased during the anniversary sale, so I saved a whopping 20 cents on it versus buying it, normally from when they don't have a sale. It's a 60-piece container, storage container. It is purple. Now, I got this because I wanted to do a video on the different types of storage. I'm waiting for one more item to come in before I make that video. But I wanted to show you guys this one. I know you guys have seen it on other channels before, but just in case you're newer to diamond painting, I'm going to show it again. So bear with me if you've already seen it. If you haven't, cool. Alright, so it does have a nice handle. This is an awesome item to have if you're, say, traveling and you want to travel with the diamond painting. It does have two zippers on the side, and you just unzip the one side. Let's make sure I didn't get it upside down. Nope, it's not upside down. So then when you open it up, it does come with a few labels, and I believe there's 64 labels, and then this is a 60-piece container, so there's 60 little jars in here. Now, these jars are bigger than the normal jars you would get from other places. For example, here is my little jars from, I believe, Diamond Art Club. You can get them for free if you spend so much and get points or something. So these are the little jars from Diamond Art Club. And then this is the jar from the storage container. So you're going to get a good bit more in this jar. I'm going to say this is probably going to hold at least 200 drills, maybe 3. And I'm going to say this is going to hold at least 1,000 drills. So there is a major difference in the size. It does have a little styrofoam holder here if you want to pull them out. And then you just have an empty case, which you can use for storing other things if you decide you don't want to use the case for these. I thought it was cool that it came in this little styrofoam thing that keeps them safe and protected. Also keeps them from jostling around in the container, so that's nice. I'm going to close this up over here before I knock all that out of there. So yeah, so this is a little storage container that I got from the Montague Lisa store. Of course, I will have it linked in the description box down below. So yeah, you can also get these on Amazon, I found, but on Amazon, they don't let you choose which color you get. It's at random, so if it doesn't bother you to not know what color is around the zipper area, you can order this off Amazon for like $4 more. So I think where I paid, I want to say I paid $26 for this. You can order it off Amazon for somewhere between 27 and 30 bucks. So yeah, if it doesn't bother you to not know what color you're getting, if you live in the US, you can always buy this off Amazon. But I got it off AliExpress just because I had been staring at it for a while and I wanted the purple one. And of course you just zip it back up. Nice convenient travel size little briefcase there for your drills to be held in. So I really like this case. Would highly recommend. Again, I'm going to be doing a video here within the next week or so on storage and everything else, and you'll see that later this week. So there's that. So let's get rid of this and talk about this. All right, so let's talk about this. I was contacted by someone, representative from the SKillful Craftman store on AliExpress, and this is the first time I've ever been actually contacted by somebody on AliExpress, and they asked, obviously, could they send a canvas for review, and I said, sure, send it right over. They told me to take my pick of anything on their site, just, let them know which one it was, and whenever I get these companies that contact me, especially if they have diamond paintings in different sizes, they tell you that you can pick out any size, but I choose to pick smaller paintings. One, because I've never ordered from the store before, and I don't want to be stuck with something really big and it not turn out the best. and 2, because you don't really need anything huge to review. So usually my sweet spot for reviews are 30 by 40s. That, and I can finish them within a couple of days. So I was searching the site, and I noticed that they had a Mandy Manzano piece on their, nope, I lied. It was a JoJo's Arts piece on their website. And I contacted the guy back because I will, from my own personal integrity and all that fun jazz, I will not order from a store on AliExpress if they have a stolen image that I know of in their shop. So I contacted the representative again, and I let them know, I'm sorry, at this time I cannot order from you because I noticed that you have an image on your site that I know for sure it is a stolen image from a company here in the US. The artist is JoJo's Arts, and I told them the name of the painting, and they, got back to me right away. And I will insert the conversation, or at least the end of the conversation, of what the man had to say here. And essentially what it was is he didn't know. A lot of these China companies don't know that these images are stolen. They just see other companies on AliExpress with them, so they get them as well. So what I've learned is I went on my own personal little, I guess, vendetta, and I started going through AliExpress searching for some of these images, because I know there are a few people that are on Facebook that like to brag at the fact that they don't have to pay Diamond Art Club prices to get a Diamond Art Club, because they just get the stolen images off AliExpress. And if that's what people want to do, that's your business, not mine. For my own personal integrity, because I was taught that you have to have integrity to be a good person. And I know I'll get slack for that, because a lot of people will be like, well, I can't afford Diamond Art Club and this is the next best thing. Yeah, but you're not getting the quality. You're just getting an image that isn't the best quality. But if you're willing to settle for, that kind of quality, then have at it. Either way. The representative was really nice and said, I'm really sorry. I had no idea that this image was stolen. I'll immediately take it down. I waited 5 minutes, refreshed the page, and the image was gone. I was highly impressed, so I said, you know what? Yes, I will definitely go ahead and review your company. Send me over, say, this kit. And I randomly picked out a kit, and they sent it over. It took it about 20 days to get to me. So let's get inside, because I know you're tired of staring at it sitting here on my table. As you can tell, it's a dreary day here in North Dakota today. Hopefully you're having a great day, or what's left of it, or starting your day. So it came in this bubble, or this trash bag material. Y'all don't care about that. And then this is the image. Now, when I saw it on the site, I did not know it was a partial. You guys know I don't like partials, but that's not his fault. That's my fault. It's cool. So when you open it up, it's in another plastic bag. I'm just gonna take it out of the plastic bag. And more than likely what I'll end up doing is I'll do it as a time lapse for a Mindful Monday, and then you guys will get to see it done. So when you get it out of the plastic bag here, again, y'all don't care about that. Because it is a partial, it is only the tree that gets drilled. Again, I did not realize it was a partial. I also did not realize it was 15 colors. Alright, so you have your basic of basic. Because Easter has just passed, we're going to say you have your peeps of toolkits. You have a plate of wax, a green boat with no spout. You get no baggies, no multi-placer, a regular pink pin, which is a single placer, and that's it. So there's that. The only thing on here that you drill is the tree, which is why you see the piece of plastic only covering the tree. So I would have to say, definitely, if you're going to order from this site, go ahead and check to make sure whether or not you're getting full or partial. This, of course, obviously is a partial, and I'm trying to find, because this is supposed to be a 30 by 40. From the looks of it, it looks to be to size. Like the painting, like the whole thing itself is 30 by 40, not obviously the pasting area, because the pasting area is just this tree here. So there's that. And I really like this image, and I was kind of hoping it was a full, but that's cool. Again, it'll be like a Mindful Monday thing. So then we have our drills, which are packaged in the string of drills. So for inventory, it'll be really quick. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then these are the colors. So you have peach and orange and some pinks, and they gradient into different colors, which I really like. It looks like, and of course you don't need a whole lot, so there's not going to be a whole lot of drills in this kit. But I do know there are some people out there that like partials. So if you are one of those people, I of course will link this kit and where I got it down below. So yeah, so that was a really quick unboxing. Hope you liked it. Again, I didn't notice that it was a partial. All the drills are there. It comes with a toolkit. It actually is a really pretty image. I might try to go find it on their site in a different size. I will order myself. I will personally go order another kit off this site to review, where I don't necessarily think it is a bad company. I don't like the fact that it's partial. And if you give me 1 second, I'm going to check the listing real quick. Alright, so I checked the site because I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Now, because when it comes to reviewing, I do pay a little bit more attention than when I normally just go buy stuff. And the site has it in one of the things where you can buy multiple images. You just choose which image you want. And they're all different images. So when I go on the site, and there's no size option. So you get it in just the one size, which may or may not be an indicator that it's a partial. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But the listing for this painting and the ones that are grouped with it are 3D DIY, diamond embroidery, diamond painting cross stitch, 5D diamond mosaic, handmade, diamond embroidery kit, home decor gift. That one is super long name, which we all know AliExpress has super long names. And item specifics. If you are on AliExpress and you're trying to figure out what, whether it's a full or a round, a lot of the times the title will tell you. If it doesn't say it in the title, scroll down to where under you order it. This is for if you're on a computer. I'm not sure if it does the same thing on the phone. But I'm pretty sure it would, because it's under item specifics, item product details. It does say it's a painting. It uses resin. It's a round. Pasting area. It does state that it's a partial. So I would just say, if you're going to order from the site, check the product description or the product details to make sure you know what you're getting, because again, I did not. And I'm not a fan of partials. But again, because it was for review, this would be something quick and easy. I'll work up and have a review by the end of the week. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down at this point. I don't give a crap. Don't forget, if you're not already a subscriber, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I randomly decide to put up a video, folks. And believe me, it's random. Well, with that all said, I would like to bid you adieu. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And always remember, be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys. All right. So I popped back in after the unboxing and I went, you know what? This is so teeny tiny. I can do a drill with me real quick and work this up. What do you guys think? Yeah? Yeah, we're going to do that. So we're going to unroll it. I'm not even going to kit it up because there's no point. It's so little, there's no point of kitting it up. So when I tell people about the little Ziploc bags I get from Walmart, these are the reusable bags I get from Walmart. It's 100 count. They're 2-inch by 3-inch baggies. They're a perfect size for diamonds. I think you can get them for $1, actually. If you go back to where the beads are in Walmart, you can get these pretty cheap. So I do like these little baggies for some of my storage, especially my China kits, because the drills, they don't always match what the color code chart. So I like to put them in baggies. I won't be using the toolkit. I never do. I save that for my daughter's school for when they do arts and crafts and stuff. Her teacher loves those things. So we're going to get into this. And we're just going to do a little drill with me. Cool? Cool. All right. Plus, there's a couple of things on there that I didn't show you, like the drill field, which the green symbols are a little harder to see, but that's all right, because it's a small image. And because it has 15 colors, we're literally just going to go in a row. So we're going to pull this plastic off. And I'm going to, essentially we're going to do a drill with me until this is done. How about that? All right, so first things first, let's get a boat. We got a boat and a pen, and we got our trusty scissors. So I'm also going to need my marker. Talk about a quick review, huh? All right, so we're going to open that, pour that in there. There we go. All right, so this is, and it does have, or it's supposed to have, the numbers on the bag, but as you can see, it's blurry. You can't tell what it is. So number 1 is this symbol here. And the thing that's going to get me is the fact that the diamonds are not color-coded to the canvas. So this is, number 1 is showing a green color, and obviously that is not green, that is brown. And I don't even see any greens, so we're just going to go with the fact that this is brown. So let's do a little whip and chat while we work this up, and then I'll give my full review when I'm done. Again, the ones on this canvas are a little blurry and hard to see. I might actually have to pull out a light pad for this one, folks, so hold on a second. All right, so if you have a whip, pull it out and work with me while we have a little chit chat. I will do a regular whip and chat this week at some point. If I don't, I will make sure to do one next week. It's just been a crazy week with the kids being off of school for Easter, or I should say for Good Friday, and then they had off Monday. But I don't think they had off because it was Earth Day, but they had off school. It was a great Easter. We got to dye eggs with the kids and play with the dogs. And did you know that you could, like, Easter egg hunt with your dog? It's really cool. So what I decided, I was like, okay, what's something that the dogs like? Well, Killian likes anything. Daisy's the picky one. So what I decided to do, I was like, okay, so we got some of those fake eggs, right? And I took and put peanut butter in them and then hid them around the house. Had the dogs eat some peanut butter off of a spoon. And then they sniffed the peanut butter on the spoon and went searching throughout the house to find the other scents of peanut butter. And they found all the eggs except for maybe like one. But it was up high because Maggie decided to hide it up high for some reason. Not too high because she's short, but as you can hear, Daisy's boofing already. No. Sorry, I muted you because I know how much you guys love it when Daisy randomly just starts barking and scares the crap out of you. So yeah, so we had a pretty good Easter. We then went out to dinner at the Famous Dave's restaurant. And I was a little sad though, because when we got there, they were like, now I was a server myself. I served for a long time. For most of my time that I actually did work, I was a server of some sort. First I was a photographer, then I was a server. So I know what it's like to be a server and live that lifestyle of crazy schedules and good money if you're willing to put the work in. And I'm not a stranger to hard work, even though right now it might look like it because, I don't work and I just do my YouTube channel, which is like a job because I am constantly doing something for my channel all the time. we get there and we sit down, and you know, our waitress is the most monotone person on the planet. She's like, "Hi, welcome to Famous Dave's." And I always hate when you walk into a restaurant. And yeah, I get it that sometimes servers have a bad day. They're just normal people as well. But I hate when they come to your table and they just like, it's like they've been working all day. And even if they are, you're supposed to give some level of excitement about the day or whatever. And you know, I don't like it when I go into a restaurant and the person's just like, "Hi, my name is whatever, and just welcome to, you know, such and such, and what can I get for you?" And I'm like, how about a new attitude? Like, geez, you're bringing the whole table down. Like, I was depressed for the poor girl. I'm like, do you just not want to be at work? Like, I understand you have a life and something might be going wrong, but I don't like it when I go to a restaurant and the person, like, you don't have to be happy, excited, cheerful, all up in my face, but I do not like it when I go in and it's essentially like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh. So she gets our drink order and she's gone for a good, I don't know, 5 minutes. Brings our drinks back really quick. She goes to walk off. She walks back and she's like, "Were you guys ready to order?" And I'm like, yeah. Now, this is the restaurant Famous Dave's. We frequent this restaurant because, one, the other restaurants around here are hella expensive, and I'm not taking my children to an expensive restaurant because they're children. Plus, all Maggie ever wants to eat is mac and cheese and broccoli, and then Orion just wants a burger and fries, which you can get from just about anywhere. So I'm not gonna go spend 50, $60 on food for them for broccoli and mac and cheese and a burger. So this is where we go. And me and Mr. Coffee don't go out by ourselves, and if we do, it's usually during the day while they're at school. But even that doesn't happen too often because of his work schedule. Either way. So we're sitting there with our drinks, and she's getting our food order, and the kids usually go first. They tell her what they want, and then Mr. Coffee goes next. Usually I go next, but I was still deciding on one or two things, and I'm sitting there like, you know, do I get this or do I get that or do I get this? And I'm not usually indecisive about what I want, but we didn't get the same menus that we normally get when we go in there. So I was unsure of what I wanted to get because that's the first time I had seen that menu. So I was a little indecisive. And I know when I worked at a restaurant, especially if I was in a rush because like I had a bunch of other tables, which there weren't a bunch of other people in there. If I was in a rush, you know, I would get impatient with people whenever they would, this is going to make it extremely difficult to put them away because there is no DMC color on them. So we're going to go ahead and put them back in their actual bag. You can't see the DMC color on the baggie. You also don't have the DMC color on the chart. So if I had to tell them a hint or some feedback, DMC numbers where you can actually read them. All right, so now we're going for color 2. Where did my scissors go? There they are. So yeah, so she takes everybody's order. She gets to my order, and she goes, you know, what size would you like? And I'm like, Wilbur beans, because apparently they don't call them pork and beans here. I call them pork and beans. Apparently they call them Wilbur beans here, and I'm like, I don't know who Wilbur is, but I just want some poke and beans. Like, can a chick get some poke and beans? Does anybody else know what poke and beans is? Y'all know I'm Southern, so like I say things differently, which I plan on finding the accent tag and doing that. I know I'm not usually a big fan of tags, but when I saw Elizabeth do it, I think her name is NC Elizabeth or something. When I heard her doing it, she was on a walk and she did it, and it was like the funniest thing on the planet. So I was like, oh yeah, I totally got to get in on that. And then somebody let me know that Stone Cold Coffee Crafts did it, and she's from Germany if I remember correctly. So I was like, okay, I definitely have to find this tag. So I'll find that eventually. But yeah, so I ordered the last thing, and she's like, okay, is there anything else you guys needed? And I was like, no, that's it. She then turns around and goes, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have potatoes. yeah, the look on Mr. Coffee's face. I don't think he could have gotten any more sad if he tried. Like, it's like, why would you sit there, take our complete order, and then after we order, which of course, just about everyone except for Maggie got something with potatoes in it. And you would think that the first time my son said French fries or Mr. Coffee said baked potato, that she would have been like, oh snap, we don't have potatoes. No, 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 no. She waited until we all ordered and then was like, we don't have anything with potatoes. And for anyone who knows what Famous Dave's are, they have these amazing cornbread muffins. And she goes, we also don't have the cornbread muffins. I was ready to walk out right there. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? It takes 20 minutes max to make those cornbread muffins. And I know this because I make them at home. But it's nice because when I go here, I don't have to make them. Laziness, folks. Laziness. So I was just like, well, that would have been something nice to know before we all ordered. But thank you. I so badly wanted to ask her if she was new, but I was like, no, that's rude. So I went ahead and tried to figure out what to get for my son since he couldn't get his French fries. And then Mr. Coffee's, looking at the menu, trying to figure out what to replace his baked potato and mashed potatoes with. And yeah, he gets double potato. And I'm sitting there like mad because, again, I've worked in this industry before and I know for a fact that you're supposed to tell your customers before they order what you're in and out of. So if you're 86 potatoes, the first thing you want to say when you ask the person if they're ready to place their order, I just want to let you know, I'm sorry, but today we are out of this, this, and that. And this lady she fell short. Like she was at work, but she wasn't at work. And I was almost wondering, she was just having a really bad day. It was Easter. Maybe she's away from her kids or something. So I was just like, okay, just be nice. So I went ahead and found whatever else we needed to find on the menu to replace the stuff that we ordered that was potato based. And then we sat and, family chit-chatted and essentially just caught up with what everybody was doing, except for Ryan. Ryan just plays Fortnite, so, we all know what he's doing. But me and Mr. Coffee usually sit and have, adult conversations about stuff, and we were talking about our trip and the things we need to get, and the fact that Orion has grown out of all of his freaking clothes. So we now have to go buy him new clothes, because none of his jeans fit anymore. He went from a size 8 to a size 10 in a matter of 3 months. I don't even know if he's a size 10, but I think they would fit him a little bit better, but I think he might even need a size 12. So, we were talking about, we needed to go get him new clothes. Maggie could probably use some new clothes for the summer. She hasn't, I don't think she's grown that much, because the outfit I put on her this morning, which today is Tuesday, you probably won't see this until Wednesday or Thursday, but the outfit I put on her this morning was from last year and it still fit her perfectly fine. The good thing about when your children are little, their clothes fit longer. So yeah, but I know Orion definitely needs clothes, and we have to get the bed and everything for Minna for when she gets here. So yeah, I think that's all of number 2s. And this is just letters and numbers. There's no funky symbols or anything like that. Usually with partials, they try to keep it pretty simple. So, see if we can get them all back in this bag. And I probably won't save these drills just for the simple fact of it's a partial. It's not that serious. And I don't do the whole portfolio thing. That's not my groove. And we're going to get another color here. And we're on color 3. And there's 15. So, might be here for an hour or 2. The good thing is, though, because I'm recording me working on this, I don't have to worry about pausing or stopping or anything like that. Because normally, whenever I work on a project, I'm constantly pausing for some reason. So at least now I don't have to pause because I'm recording. But yeah, so we're at the restaurant and we're all chit-chatting and stuff and having a good family fun day. And the lady comes back like maybe 20 minutes with our food. Like 20 minutes. Yeah, it's like 20 minutes later. And, you know, she hands the food over to everybody. And I noticed that there was a cornbread muffin on my plate. And she goes, they just got a batch of cornbread muffins in. I was like, oh my gosh, that just made this so much better. It's like when you have your mouth prepped for something at your favorite restaurant and you know you're about to go. You get there and then they tell you it's out. That's how it was with those cornbread muffins. They're so good. So, I was happy at the fact that they got the cornbread muffins in and we sat and ate dinner. And again, we had some more adult conversation while the kids were like playing and talking to each other and having children conversations, I guess. And we go to leave and we notice that the guy behind us has a baked potato and his girl that was with them had some mashed potatoes. And Mr. Coffee's like, did they not have that like when our order was cooking? Like she could have said something to us. And I'm like, normally if they do, they tell you. But I'm like, she doesn't seem like she, you know, really gives two flying craps. So just be happy you got food in general, because from the looks of her, she doesn't want to be here. Like it's one of those situations where she's there, but she's completely checked out. So yeah. All right. Sorry about that. I had a message that I really wanted to answer. So yeah, so our restaurant experience wasn't the best, but we made the best of it. And then we came back home and everybody was essentially in a food coma because we all ate so much food. And we spent the rest of the night just doing our thing, like watching movies, and the kids went off to play Minecraft, and me and Mr. Coffee sat here and talked some more, which is odd because me and Mr. Coffee rarely ever just sit down and talk. Yeah, we're one of those couples. We don't have to really say a whole lot to each other. We will randomly, but yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I wanted to answer the message that I just got because I don't think people realize how much how much people go through when you have a YouTube channel. And I get a lot of, I'm not going to say dumb questions, but questions that are easily answered if you watch my channel. Like question number 1 that I got this morning. I finished my custom from Diamond Art Club, and in the videos I state that Diamond Art Club does not do customs. Again, that does not stop people from messaging me asking me, does Diamond Art Club do customs? That does not stop people from going to Diamond Art Club and going, I would like to order a custom, to which they tell them, we are not doing customs at this time. If you've seen a YouTuber with a custom, it's because we're working with them to do an experiment. Where I have mentioned this numerous times before, people, even in the video where I mentioned that it's an experiment and that Diamond Art Club is not doing customs, people will ask me, how much did I pay for my custom? Where did I get it? And it's like, did you even watch the video? And I get questions like that all the time. I will do an unboxing for, say, when I did Dreamer Designs. I had someone message me and ask me, where did the paintings come from? Dreamer Designs. Speaking of Dreamer Designs, they just had a buy one get one free sale. Did anyone catch that? I know I did. Now, I at first wasn't going to participate in their buy one get one because I didn't want people to think that I was trying to stir up drama with them because of everything that happened. But it has been a few months, and I would like to see for myself if they have made any changes to their canvases, because that was what, back in February? Because I received the kit, if I remember correctly, February 13th. Or no, they opened February 13th. I got my kit on the 13th or the 14th, and then I, worked on it and finished it and all that fun stuff. So I wanted to see, since it's been a few months, I said I wasn't going to order until June, but it was a buy one, get one. And there was literally only 2 other designs on their site that I had my eye on, and I bought both of them. Or technically I bought one and got the other one for free. There was a little bit of a mix-up. I do know their customer service seems a lot better than it did the first time I dealt with them. I think it's mainly because I'm not dealing with the face and the owner, which the owner is the Chinese guy, Brandon, I think is his name. And then Caitlin is the face. I think it's because I wasn't dealing with them that I didn't have half the issues I had this time or last time. And when I ordered, something happened. I'm not sure why it happened that way. At first, I thought it was because they weren't going to allow me to participate. And I had opted out of their emails back when all that stuff happened. Like, I told them at least 2 or 3 times that I didn't want the emails anymore. But yet, they still kept coming. So I was like, you know what? Fine. So they sent me something saying that they were having a buy one, get one. And it's supposed to only be for their exclusive members. And I was like, I'm pretty sure you don't want me to be an exclusive member. So I ignored it. And then right before Easter, I saw it was a buy one, get one. And I was like, oh, really? So I went ahead and purchased a canvas and got one free from Dreamer Designs. So those canvases should hopefully be in later this week. They have already shipped out. They shipped out the next day. So that's going to be an unboxing for later this week. Pretty excited about that one because, of course, I like scenery. And even though I at least know that I don't have to put a review up on their site about it, because the last time I tried to put up a review, it was rejected. And then I did notice that a couple of other people put up reviews of the same canvas and they highly recommended the canvas. And I was just like, okay, you know, to his their own. So I'm not trying to stir up drama with them, but I figured, why not? I spend a lot of money on kits from Diamond Art Club and, you know, these other places. I mean, I just bought from Kato, and I like finding the U.S. companies. So even though this one isn't a U.S. company, this number 4 is so light. Even with the light pad, it's hard to see. Anyways, so I figured, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and purchase these and see if they've made any changes so far. I'm hoping by the time June gets here that they'll have more kits, because it looks like they have the same 20 designs. I didn't see anything new. The website essentially looked the same, but I told you guys that I would order from them again, and I did. So we will see if anything has improved since the last time I ordered from them. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, and again, they're going to think I'm stirring up drama, and I'm not. I honestly want to show my subscribers if they've made any changes, because I know a lot of people would like to order from them. I know a lot of you are in their, like, exclusive group. I even have a subscriber that goes back and tells them every little move I make. So, I want to give them a second chance, just like Paint with Diamonds. Paint with Diamonds, I did the koi fish with Paint with Diamonds after the whole debacle with the moon and the sun. So I usually like to give companies a second chance, especially if they have a big mess up like that. Whereas before, their customer service sucked. This time it didn't seem so bad, and I'll explain why. Now, when you go on this site, you had to click the link in your email to go to the buy one, get one. When you went in there, now it was really confusing how they worked this. When you click the link, it took you to their normal site. And then it just, whenever you would hover over a picture, it would say, you know, the 2 sizes. You can either get the 30 by 40 or the 40 by 50, or, yeah, 40 by 50. And, sorry, I saw that drill was out of place. And so I was like, okay, you know, I figured that out after a few minutes. And I was like, okay, so I have to buy one, and then I can get one free. And of course, their prices, I noticed, have gone down by at least $10. So I paid $40 instead of $50 for, hold up, is that right? I paid $40 with shipping for the one image, and it's supposed to be a 30 by 40. So yeah, I went ahead and got 2 kits, and I'm on the website and I'm looking around to see if there's anything new, if there was any different changes. I checked on, because I wanted to see the reviews for the San Juan's Canyon, because, you know, one, as you guys know, they Photoshop the hell out of those pictures, so when you get them, they're not as nice as they are on the website, but people still like to buy them. So I was just like, again, to his their own. And when I saw that people had bought it and completed it and they were completely happy with it, there's a rhinestone in here. But people were completely happy with it. They were over the moon about this, and I'm like, okay. So I went ahead and purchased the 2 kits that I was after because I'm like, how can you mess this up? But I don't want this to be one of those situations where I say, how can they mess this up? And then I get them and work on them. And then it's like they were like, well, how can we mess this up? Hold my beer. So I'm hoping that these 2 images turn out. Because even if you, I would think even if you Photoshop them, which I've worked with Photoshop before. Even if you Photoshop them, I don't see how you could mess them up. So, because there's a lot of muted colors in the 2 kits that I purchased. So I am kind of excited to get that. I'm kind of nervous because, again, I'm not trying to start drama with these folks. I don't even really need to talk to them. The only reason why I did talk to customer service, which I did contact customer service. Now, I didn't do this on purpose or anything. So for those people that are like, you're just trying to whatever. No, I didn't do this on purpose. When I went to place my order, for some reason, sorry, I'm trying to find number 5, but I'm not seeing any 5s on here. That's up there. They are. For some reason, when I went to go place my order, now I've only ever purchased one from one company for my dad, which is Diamond Art Club, because that's my dad's favorite company. So for some reason, when I placed my order with them, it changed all my information. So like I usually check it just to make sure, but for some reason it changed my order information, and it had it where I think that's number 4. It had it where everything was being shipped to my dad, and it charged the wrong card, and I'm like, what is going on? That's not even the card I chose. So I had to contact customer service to get everything switched over. My address was wrong. And for some reason, when I went to go check out, it booted off my free kit and only left me with the kit that I paid for. And I was like, but it's okay, I don't get it. Maybe I'm not eligible for it. So I contact customer service, which we're done with number 5. I contact customer service and I'm like, hi, my name is Alicia. I just purchased, this kit from your buy one, get one, but there was a couple of issues. One, it changed my name. And I know, at the same time I was purchasing, Crafting with Christy was also purchasing. And she was having issues at first, and then she got hers to work, but I couldn't get mine to work. So I had to contact customer service, and I, let them know who I was. And I didn't, of course, I'm not like, I'm that chick that you guys hate so much. I just let them know who I was, and I was like, my name's Alicia, and I have an issue with my order. I went to go place it, and for some reason, it, placed the order under my dad's name, and this is wrong, and that's wrong, and it booted off my free kit, and they were like, we'd be happy to help you. They were like, just give us 1 second. I gave them the order number and everything. They were probably gone a good 10 minutes. And all they had to do was change the address to my address, and then change the address to my address, and then add my free kit back on. So about 10 minutes later, the lady comes back on, and she goes, all right, we have your address changed to, the Williston address and not the Harrisburg address, which Williston is where I live, and Harrisburg's where my dad lives. And the lady was like, is there anything else? And I'm like, no. And then right before she stopped talking to me, I noticed that on the website, nothing had changed. So I was, of course, paranoid, and I'm like, these people are messing with me. Like, they're going to mess with me. I'm so paranoid that these people are going to mess with me. Like, I'm going to open this box, and there's going to be 1 kit in here. And that's if I can get it, because they'll probably, send it to my dad's house or something. Like, I'm so paranoid that they're going to mess with me. So I messed right before she, signed off. I was like, hey, how long is that going to take to reflect on my account? Because right now, it's showing still the wrong address, and that there's only 1 kit. And she goes, well, we changed it with our fulfillment center, so you won't see the change on your account. which that made me nervous because why wouldn't you change it on the account so I know exactly what I'm getting? But you know, all right, that's fine as long as you guys get it right. I don't care. So she said that everything had been changed, told me to have a great day, and then I got the email the next day. Now, when they changed my address, because my billing address was my old address in Pennsylvania, so it had my name and everything on it, and I order my stuff from like how when you sign in, your little portal that you sign in from. I use my portal. So I assumed when I told her that I needed my address changed, that she would have known to change the name as well, because, you know, yeah. But that, again, could have been my fault, and it was my fault because I'm the one that didn't see it right before I hit, you know, complete purchase. So I don't blame them for my mistake. So I was just kind of like, you know, hey, I just want to make sure that there's 2 kits in my box and that the stuff is coming to me. Because when I got the email, I noticed that it had the correct address, but then it still had my dad's name. And I was like, swing and a miss? No, it's not supposed to have his name on it. It's supposed to have my name on it. And yeah. So she was like, there's nothing they can do after the label was printed. And they literally just sent me the email. So she was like, there's nothing they can do after the label is printed. I'll have to talk to my postman to see if he'll give it to me, which I know my postman will give it to me. But for those people who don't know their postman that well or aren't home, that could have posed a huge problem. So where customer service has improved, some of the things are still a little wonky in my eyes. So I was just like, okay, as long as it gets here, I can get it from my postman. Like, my dad sends me enough stuff that the postman knows my dad's name is David. So, like, he's not going to give me any issues with getting it. We're on color number 7. And I don't know what it is because the images or the bags are too blurry. But it looks blue. Anyways. So, yeah. So, I do have... And I just turned my light pad down. I need that as high as it needs to go because these symbols are really, really janky. So yeah, so I have 2 Dreamer Designs kits on the way. I know it's probably the last company you guys thought I would ever buy from again, but like I told you before, I would purchase from them again. I have no qualms with them. They are the ones that have qualms with me. So, you know, I want to see if their kits have improved because a lot of people did like what they had. It's just their customer service sucked and their kits were garbage. So I want to see if they improved any. And I know a lot of people that, you know, love this company and they're like, you know, they're great and all this. And I'm like, that's wonderful. I did notice that. Did anybody else notice that DIY Moonshop is collaborating with just about every artist from Dreamer Designs? I noticed Sagittarius Gallery, I believe, is one of the ones that's collaborating with DIY Moonshop, and I was just like, usually aren't you like exclusive to one company? But, you know, not that it's my business or anything, you know, the person that runs Sagittarius Gallery can do whatever the hell they want to do. I just thought it was odd that they work with Dreamer Designs and DIY Moonshop. And then, of course, the one image from, I want to say it's Sagittarius Gallery, the one artist that does the Van Gogh inspired paintings, which essentially are just pictures that look swirly, I guess. I don't know how else to explain it. They have like the Corgi Knights and something else on Dreamer Designs, but on DIY Moonshop, they have, instead of Corgi Knights, they have the one with the German Shepherd. And I'm like, of course you have that on DIY Moonshop, because if I was going to order any of them, because that's not really my style of painting, but if I was going to order any of them, it would have been that one, and it's on DIY Moonshop, and I was like, it still ain't worth me paying that $40. I'm sorry. I don't have anything against DIY Moonshop, and one of these days when I'm tax rich or something, I might order from them, but I can't justify that purchase. And I know some people are going, but you can justify buying Diamond Art Club. Yeah, because shipping is $6 versus $40. And that's not even for, like, the painting. That's just for the shipping. So, yeah. I noticed that. on Instagram, I guess, because I like DIY Moonshop on Instagram because I'm waiting for that one day that they get an image that I just have to have. And so far, that has not happened. So I do like DIY Moonshop, but that shipping, and I've heard a few bad things about DIY Moonshop, but you can hear a few bad things about any place. Like somebody said it just seems like a glorified New Frog because there's nothing special about their kits. And their stuff is, severely overpriced. And I'm like, you gotta think they're in the Philippines, so, things have to be overpriced for them to even be able to stay afloat. So, business aspect wise, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the quality of their kits. So, as long as it's a good quality kit, I don't care. But $40 for shipping for it to be here, and they say it'll be here in 3 days, but this is North Dakota, so it'll more like take 5. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to pay $40 for regular shipping. That's like me paying $40 to ship something to my dad. Not happening. That's the sad part. I won't even spend $40 to ship stuff to my dad. So color 8 is number 8. We have a couple of those. So yeah, so there's that little surprise for you guys. So be looking out for the Dreamer Designs unboxing of the BOGO. Plus, you guys know I love BOGOs. So yeah, I was at the dog park this morning with the dogs, obviously, and Daisy has a thing where she'll bark in the house. She'll bark in the house if she sees people walk past our balcony door. But outside, she's like a lunatic. She barks at cars. She barks at just about everything. She lost a lot of her training over the winter because of the fact that we didn't train over the winter. This is the first winter that I've had her that we didn't train over the winter because there was no reason to. We live in an apartment building and there wasn't a whole lot of people walking outside. There wasn't a whole lot of cars driving around. And if they were on the main street, not over by the dog park. But now that it's getting warmer, there are cars driving all over the place all the time, and she sees one and she loses her mind. I think it's just all the pent-up energy from when they were cooped up in the house for the wintertime. And, yeah, so sitting there and she's barking at some guy packing his car. And the guy just yells over for her to shut the F up. And I was like, please don't yell and curse at my dog. That's completely uncalled for. And he's like, well, tell your dog to shut the F up. And I'm like, if you want, I can let her jump this fence so you can tell her to your face, or tell her to her face. Are you trying to sick your dog on me? I'm like, no, but if you're going to yell and scream at my dog, at least let her defend herself. Like, she might not be a human, but you're not going to sit there and disrespect and yell and scream at her for no reason. She's a dog. They bark. I never got people like that. Like, dogs can't bark because they want silence, or children can't play outside and be loud because they're kids and it's supposed to be silent. Like, kids go outside to... I just touched that button. Kids go outside to play and they're told to be quiet. Kids come in the house to play and they're told to be quiet. When can a child actually be a child? I never got that. Just like people don't realize children have bad days too. It took me a while to realize that. I never thought of it like that. So like on those days where like Maggie is super cranky and I thought she was just being annoying because, why are you so cranky? Then you gotta realize they're having a bad day too. So I'm like, Daisy wasn't having a bad morning or anything. This guy could have been having a bad morning, but you're not gonna yell at my dog. And if you are, at least come to her face and yell at her so she can bite your face off. So Daisy's not usually a... Tell me there was only 3 of that symbol. That's number 9. That was A. There's literally 3. Wow. It took me more energy to get it out of the bag. So yeah, so that irritated me this morning because I'm like, how are you gonna... That's... Oh my gosh, I can't with people. Like, I saw a lady this weekend tell her son to stop screaming outside, and I'm like, he's outside. That's where you're supposed to scream and yell and have fun. Not like... Tiger mom syndrome, this poor child, where they can't have fun. Like, geez, But yeah, we had a couple of bad days. Maggie was having some issues with her seizures and stuff, and getting her to calm down. And we sat and binge watched diamond painting with Eskies, because she has the little Esky puppies, and Maggie loves the little puppies, and she gets to watch them run around and play. So we binge watched her Monday, and then, okay, so we're on number 10, which is letter C. Okay, I see a couple. So we binge watched diamond painting with Eskies. I personally binge watched the couple of videos from Pepper Zen, which you might have seen him in chat. Yes, it is a him. Peppers just know we love you. And I got a bunch of stuff in the mail yesterday. One, did somebody send me sunglasses? That's the other thing I meant to ask. Okay, so I went to go check my mail yesterday, and I had 6 packages. All right, cool. That's a lot of packages, but, you know, it's like Christmas, so I don't give a crap. So I go to open said packages, and I thought I'd want a freebie off AliExpress because, one, I order specific types of sunglasses. I can't just order any type. I have to order a specific type. They have to, like, really, really be dark. I have a condition where the sun affects my eyes, so I can't be in direct sunlight for more than 2 minutes before I develop an instant migraine. So I have to wear sunglasses, and I have to keep the house not so much dark, but I can't have a lot of sunshine beaming in here, which is why I'm always saying being eye raped by the sun, because essentially whenever I record those videos and stuff, like afterwards I get a migraine. And it just, you know, it's not anything major. I take a couple of, you know, Advil and I'm fine. Or I take one of my 800 milligram ibuprofens and I'm fine, which are prescribed for my migraines. So yeah, so we watched a few channels while she sat here and rested, but she had one seizure, I want to say Saturday night, and her nose started to bleed, and that's the first time that's happened. And I was just like, yeah, we definitely going to need to call your neurologist, you know, on Monday to see. We, you know, are going to have to go back out to Montana, which I believe is going to be on May 3rd. And I think we'll end up just staying the night there and then coming back the next day or something. But we're going to go ahead and get her seen and see about getting some tests ran, because we're thinking that it's whatever is going on in her head is starting to affect other parts of her body, because where she's not having the full-blown seizures, she will space out, but if she's walking, she'll continue to walk, and she almost walked into the road, which was scary. And so of course I freaked out because I'm that parent, and so now whenever she walks, Daisy walks right next to her. If we're outside, she can't go outside without Daisy now because I refuse to let her, you know, walk into the street or something. So yeah. Why is this there? We're just gonna put that off to the side. I think I put a double drill on that one. So yeah, and then yesterday I had the daunting task of ordering a new camera for my channel, and that took me 6 hours. Is anybody else like that? When you make a big purchase, anything, say over $100, it takes you forever to pull the plug on it. But let it be a $5 diamond painting, and that button get hit so fast you thought it caught fire. I literally spent all day yesterday trying to figure out what camera I wanted to get for my channel, and I finally did find one. Again, it took me 6 hours to like actually press the buy button. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. I will purchase anything under, you know, $100 easily. But once it hits $100, I'm like, I don't know. Anyways, I did get a camera, so I'm excited about that. And I was in my live on Friday, obviously, and someone asked me, why don't you show your face? One, I was completely creeped out by this question. Why? Because it's a weird question to randomly ask somebody. Why don't you show your face? And I'm like, I do show my face. So for those people who are wondering, why don't I show my face? It's not like, there's anything wrong with my face. I've shown my face quite a few times on my channel. I don't show it in my lives because you're not coming to my live to see my face. You're actually coming to my live to see what I'm working on. You can't see what I'm working on if you're staring at my face. I know there are other YouTubers that show their face in their lives. I'm not that type of YouTuber. But I have shown my face before. My profile picture on my YouTube channel is my face. I'm wearing my contacts. So for those people that are like, oh my gosh, she has blue eyes. No, I have brown eyes. I have blue eyes because it's hard for me to wear clear contacts because I can't see them. And the last time I tried clear contacts, I scratched my retina. So I can only get dark or bright colors for contacts. And so I chose blue because they look nice, and the greens I couldn't see those really too good either. So they just made my eyes look hazel, and I couldn't figure out where the contact was. So I went with blue. But I do show my face on my channel. There's quite a few videos I have from the beginning where I did a crochet with me. And you could see my face. That one was right after Halloween. My Dreamer Designs review also shows my face. My introduction to YouTube, that was my face. My first video after my introduction, I believe, has my face. And one of the reasons I don't show my face is because I'm very animated. When I talk, hands are going. I'm Southern, okay? So when I'm talking, my hand's going, my neck is going. Like, I got the whole, everything going on, okay? If I showed my face in every one of my videos, none of y'all would ever know what I'm working on. Because you would be so busy staring at my face and what I'm doing and me being super extra that you wouldn't even pay attention to what I was working on. So I don't show my face a whole lot because I am so animated, and I know some people wouldn't care and some people would love to see that. And I plan on having a few videos coming up where I actually do show my face a little bit more. I just got the okay from the magazine that I work for, which for those of you who don't know, I work for Happily Hooked magazine. Now with this magazine, it comes out quarterly. So every 3 months it comes out. So this issue is January, February, and March. And I still get flabbergasted by this. Like, if you can, I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to brag on myself here a little bit because, that's what we do. If you can see right here, there is your very own Miss Coffee. I do pattern testing for this magazine, and I asked them, would I be able to, because Stitcherista does flip throughs on her channel. And I absolutely love that idea, but she does it for stitching. And where I do dabble a little in cross stitch, I'm not a cross stitcher. I'm a crocheter. I'm a happy hooker. So I was just kind of like, I don't cross stitch, but I crochet, and I do get the magazine. So maybe, they wouldn't mind if I did a flip through of it. And I know I have a lot of crocheters on my channel. And I was like, I asked one of the ladies that works for the magazine. Her name is Courtney. She's awesome. She has the prettiest curly hair. Anyways, I asked her, hey, would you mind if I did a flip through on my YouTube channel for the magazine? And she goes, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, of course, I wouldn't show the patterns. I would just do a flip through and, show everybody what I like and dislike and all this. And she goes, yeah, definitely, go ahead. And then she gave me an affiliate link so that I could give you guys a link to order the magazine if you haven't already subscribed to the magazine. You can get, and the magazine has 2 publications. They have Pattern Pack Pro, which is another little side magazine that they have that, features different things like hats and blankets and scarves and stuff like that. But those little magazines only feature that one thing, whereas the regular magazine features just about everything. But there's Pattern Pack Pro, and then there's Happily Hooked magazine. Happily Hooked magazine is the regular magazine, which is the one I just showed you. And I was like, I think it would be nice to be able to bring my subscribers, some more crochet content, since, you know, my name is Miss Crochet and Coffee, but I rarely ever crochet on my channel. And I know there's a lot of people on my channel that would like to see more crocheting. So I was like, yeah, let's do this. So I will start as of next week with the flip throughs, and I'm going to flip through that magazine there. I might even get a couple of the previously issued magazines and flip through those. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I also got my I ordered my very first prescription. My very first yarn box. I've seen this ad on Facebook for months, and I was just like, does everybody, because I only see the one skin of yarn, and I'm like, does everybody get that same skin of yarn? I really hope it's not that same skin of rainbow yarn. I like rainbow, but not like that. Like, I don't know. I was just interested to see what the yarn box had to offer. So I went ahead and ordered my first yarn box, and it should be here in a couple of days. So by the time it gets here, my new camera will be here. And then I can, you know, try to figure out how to work that, set that up. Because where it's nice using my phone, and I have no issues using my phone. My only issue is I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb and silent. So that if someone calls, it doesn't hang up, or it doesn't shut off my video. Doing that leaves my phone unavailable for if my daughter's school calls, or my dad, or somebody has an emergency, which I stay at home out of fear that something's going to happen to Maggie at school. But I didn't even think about it until a couple weeks ago that, you know, I need to get a camera for my channel, because me putting that phone on Do Not Disturb, I've missed 2 calls from her school. Luckily, they were just like, she got her clothes dirty, could you bring her more clothes? But I don't want to miss that dreaded call that something happened where they had to take my daughter by ambulance to the emergency room, but I'm sitting here doing like a 5-hour whip and chat or something. So I was like, you know, I told Mr. Coffee, I'm like, I really need to get a camera for my channel. I need an actual, like, camcorder, good quality camera. So I ordered one yesterday. It should be here by Thursday. I'm going to play with it this week. I'm going to see about using it for my live on Friday to see how that works. And then I will play with it for the weekend, see if I can get it, you know, on my tripod, see how to get the different camera angles, because I don't use my tripod very often making videos, just because I can't get the angle correct. So I'm going to play around with it over the weekend, and then we'll see how we'll see how things go with it. I'm pretty excited because it has like a boom mic on it. So essentially, you guys are going to hear my heartbeat, because those boom mics pick up everything. You're going to be able to hear what the dogs are thinking. So I was pretty excited to see the little microphone on it. And I was like, okay, so it should have decent sound quality for you guys. Not that I'm not loud enough, but I guess Miss Coffee can get it louder. So that was color 11. And now we're going to color number 12, which is E. We're almost done, folks. So hopefully everybody had a good Easter. It was okay for me. Again, I'm still not used to being without my family, and this is still we're still within the first year of us being away from family. So things are taking some getting used to, and Mr. Coffee's doing his best to keep me out of my depression. I do suffer from depression. I am not medicated for it anymore. I stopped taking the medication because the medication made me feel worse than what it was actually curing. And normally I'm a happy-go-lucky person. It's just I have random spells of wanting to murder everyone. Oh, that's great. E and F are the same color. And these symbols aren't the best. Anyways. So yeah, so Mr. Coffee helps me out a lot with keeping me out of my depression about stuff, and it does suck not having my family around. I think the biggest thing I hate, my biggest pet peeve right now, is when my friends from Pennsylvania will message me and be like, hey, I see you're doing really good on your YouTube channel. We should catch up for lunch. Did you want to possibly go out to lunch today? And I'm like, are you going to fly to North Dakota? And they're like, what? I'm like, and this is why I say I didn't have as many friends in Pennsylvania as I thought I did. I got 2 messages last week from people asking to go out to lunch with me that were supposed people that were friends of mine when I lived in Pennsylvania. And I'm sitting there like, oh, you want to go out to lunch? All right. You know, meet me at China Buffet in like 20 minutes. I'll meet you there. We'll have lunch. And then they'll get there and call and they're like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm in North Dakota. And they're like, what? I'm in North Dakota. I moved here almost a year ago. I didn't realize you moved. Oh, of course you didn't. These are supposedly, this is what people in Pennsylvania are like. Some of them, not all of them. Not all of them are buttholes. Just the ones I encountered. And my biggest pet peeve right now is people asking me to go do stuff. And, you know, they'll ask me to do stuff and I'm like, I can't do anything with you. I live in North Dakota now. Like, I don't even live in a state. I don't even live on that part of the U.S. anymore. Like, whatever. Or that random friend that will message me and be like, oh, dude, I just realized that you're in North Dakota without Minna. Okay, that took you almost a year to realize. That must suck not having her, huh? Nope, it's great. We love not having her here. Are you kidding me? It's like the best thing on the planet. Why would I want my kid up here? Thank you for that. People just don't think and aren't sensitive to the fact that, you know, if someone has to leave their child somewhere, you don't go then bugging them about how much does that suck leaving your child somewhere. That's like your parent dying and being like, how much does it suck being without your mom? Dude, that sucks that she died. Like, that's ridiculous. So, yeah, it was, that part irritates the hell out of me, and I get that a lot. And these are people that, you know, were supposedly my friends back when I lived in Pennsylvania, and I didn't really talk or hang out with them too much, as you can tell, for obvious reasons. Just because the part of Pennsylvania I'm from, the people were more so, what can they get out of you, versus actually, like, wanting to be friends. Is what convenience could you give them? And then when their need of you ran out, then all of a sudden they didn't know you anymore. Just like half the people I know from Pennsylvania, one lady called herself my best friend, but then when I moved, she completely stopped talking to me. She was like, it's just too sad for me. And I'm like, how do you think I feel? I'm excited that I left all my friends and family in Pennsylvania. And where I get that it's sad that I left and a lot of my friends were upset about it. And I used to be like a social butterfly when I lived in Pennsylvania. I had lots of friends. And then I realized when I got up here that they were only using me for one thing or another. So out of the 12 people that I would talk to on a regular basis, I think I now talk to 2. And I don't even talk to those 2 on a regular basis. I just talk to them enough to say that, you know, they actually stuck by me and they didn't give me it was just too sad that you moved, that I can't talk to you anymore. Like, what are you, 5? Anyways, that's ranty. So yeah, so I hate when people call me or message me and they're like, how much does it suck being without your daughter? I don't know. How much does it suck being without your dad who died last year? It's about the same thing. I'm so mean when it comes to stuff like that, but why would you like ask somebody that? I never get people. And then like I always hear people say that there's no such thing as a dumb question. I'm like, you've never had a YouTube channel. People ask you all kinds of dumb questions. And people asking me questions about my kid, that's just normal life, people. That's not even like, oh, hey, you know, what's your YouTube channel name? It's not even anything like that. That's just, hey, I know you. Let me ask you the stupidest question I can possibly ask. So, all right, letter C was 10. So, 10. Sorry, I see 2 C's right here. And I think I've seen a couple of other people buy from this Skillful Craftman store. But they need to work on their partials because they suck. Oh, and then I was laughing. Squirrel syndrome. I was laughing because I was watching Peppers and he was saying about how I'm blunt. And I'm like, I don't see me as blunt. I see me as, as my daughter likes to say, I don't sugarcoat stuff. And I'm like, my name is not Tony the Tiger, but I sure am great. Like, I don't think I'm blunt, but then again, I am not one of these people that fear away from controversy or, I'm not one to shy away from confrontation. That's what I was looking for, confrontation. If I have a problem with somebody, I will bring it to that person and just be like, hey, because I'm an adult and I want to squash stuff and I don't want to spend the rest of my life salty about something stupid. So if I have a problem, I will bring it to you. So if you have a problem with me, I would hope people would do the same. But then apparently, because I am the way that I am, it makes people scared. And I'm like, what are you scared of? I'm not going to bite your head off. Like, geez, I just have one of those personalities, I guess. And I'm okay with it. It made a lot of people afraid of me. And where I'm from in Pennsylvania, believe me, that's not a bad thing. People there weren't exactly the nicest people. So it was nice to know that nobody was going to mess with me or my children because they were too fearful to and or say. Whereas now, I'm pretty sure that, like I had a lady tell me earlier that I was being mean in my comment to her because, you know, I said that Diamond Art Club isn't doing customs. Because I don't know how many more times I have to say that before people actually hear what I'm saying. I'm like, you say you love my channel, but you ask me questions that are obviously on my channel, like where did my custom come from? Especially if you actually looked at the custom and seen that it says Diamond Art Club at the top of it, but then you felt the need to message me and go, you know, where did your custom come from? I'm a regular person, folks. Like, it's not like I'm a robot or something. I'm a regular person. And when you message me and ask me stupid questions, I get so irritated. And I'm just like, seriously? Like, I've literally had people message me to ask me what my YouTube channel name is. Or they'll be like, what's your real name? Why? Why do you need to know my real name? Like, if you want to know my real name, go check out my channel. I tell you what my real name is quite often in my channel. My true fans know what my real name is. You don't got to be a true fan. Like, you don't need to know my real name. You don't need to know my government or anything like that. But when you randomly message somebody, like, I wish I could just start a whole new profile on Facebook. And for those people that ask me these randomly stupid questions, just be like, oh, hey, what's your real name? Where do you live? Where'd you get that pen? What's your favorite company to order from? Like, I just want to ask the same random questions that I get to these people that ask me these questions. The question I've been getting the most lately is, how big is K Rico Siren? How big is it? It's huge. That's how big it is. It's a 55 by 174. Where did you get it? I don't know. Japan, Hong Kong, something like that. Like, how many times did I say where that painting came from? And of course, on the painting itself, it has Diamond Art Club, and people will still ask me where it came from, and I'm like, are you serious? So yeah, this is one of those weird whipping chats. I don't know. Hopefully you're getting some work done, because I'm almost done. I have one more package to go, and then we can review this bad boy. I don't know how long we've been on here. About 40 minutes or so. Again, now you see why, in real time, I hate partials. I think it's Pinky Stickers. I want to say it's Pinky Stickers that always ask me how long did it take me to do something. So at least now, this time, if she watches this, which I believe she has a channel. Yeah, she does, because I've watched a couple of her unboxings. Pinky Stickers, whenever she sees a time lapse, she's always like, how long did that take you? And that's not what I consider a stupid question, because a lot of people will ask, how long will it take me to do a partial? And I've never done one in real time like this. So at least I don't remember if I did. I don't think I did. Either way, I was just like, you know, a couple of hours, if that. And so far we're at, I want to say 45 minutes. No, we're past an hour. So yeah, get out of there. Jeez, So all we have to do is finish up these J's. As you can see, the sun is shining. The sun is finally trying to shine. I really wish this was a full, because this would have been so pretty. But yeah, so I'm ranty today for some reason. I actually have a tester pattern that I have to work on today, so this will be the only diamond painting I get to do today, which I'm okay with because every once in a while you have to take a break from it or you will burn yourself out. I learned that with K Rico Siren. I hate to admit it, but after I was done that painting, I should not have started that custom. And I did. And where I did enjoy working on the custom, I was so burnt out. And then I didn't take enough of a break in between the custom and the next painting, which is why now I have 3 going, and I've never had that many going before at once, and it's freaking me out. So I actually got a message that I need to do some testing this week, so I will be doing pattern testing this week. Probably not for the rest of the week, but I'll be doing enough pattern testing to essentially keep me busy for the rest of the week. One of them is a beanie, but it's a beanie and it starts off with slip stitches, and I freaking hate slip stitches. And it's like if you're making a brimmed hat, you can use single crochet, like it won't kill you. Slip stitch, ugh, I hate it so bad. So I have to make beanies, and once I get to the hat part, I'm fine. But slip stitches slow you down, and slip stitches are made to be tight. And when you have to like crochet into a slip stitch, it is a pain in the butt. But it's a beanie, so it shouldn't take too long. I started it yesterday. It's just taking me long because I keep getting distracted by all the other shiny things. But I ordered a new set of crochet hooks today because I'm like, if I'm going to be sitting here and doing more crochet stuff, I definitely need more crochet hooks because my hooks, if I can find them, are like old. So I went ahead and ordered some more crochet hooks. Nothing fancy. Like I didn't get any of the fancy ones with characters or anything on it. Just a regular set of ergonomic crochet hooks. Just because the ergonomic ones don't hurt your hand as much if you do long-term crocheting. They're okay if you randomly crochet, but if you're doing long-term crochet, you do not want, like, in my opinion, you don't want the wood or the metal ones. They're just good for every once in a while. So yeah, that is all that I can think of that I wanted to bring up in this whipping chat. So look out for the unboxing from Dreamer Designs, the flip through next week, and what else was there? I think that's it. I may or may not do another whipping chat this week just because this was technically a whipping chat / unboxing / review, because why not do it right away? And that's one less thing I have to do. And I just finished a diamond painting this week. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, brownie points for me. Anyways, oh, there will be a video going up. My Hello Beastie blanket came in, and I got a gift from Ginger and her sister. There we go. And that's all done. 15 colors. I'd have to say that, turn that off. There we go. I have to say that the symbols were blurry. The baggies didn't show any of the information like the DMC or anything like that. Would I recommend this store? I can't say that I would recommend it at this time, just because I did a partial, and I don't think partials are a good way to judge a store. So I'm actually going to get on there now, find a full, and then we'll revisit whether or not I would recommend this company. But the drill quality wasn't bad. Let's zoom you out. Okay, we're going to zoom you out. Like I said, drill quality wasn't bad. The image doesn't look too bad. It actually is a very cute image. This would make a great canvas finish. But I think the thing about partials that I don't like is the fact that it just, to me, it doesn't look right. Just random drills in the middle of nowhere. But that, looking at it through the viewfinder, it actually does look really good. So I do like the fact that the drill quality was really good. It's a little like bumpy and wavy because of being folded around the drills. The key was easy to read over here, but the canvas on the canvas, they sucked so bad. Number 4 was really bad. E and F are the same color on here as they were on the canvas itself, so that was hard to see. But other than that, I didn't have any major issues. Again, the drill quality wasn't horrible, but it's kind of hard to know what DMC color you're working with when... We'll do it like that. It's kind of hard to know what DMC color you're working with when you can't see it because all the bags were smeared like this. So again, I'm going to go back on the website. I'm going to not tell this seller that I got it. Well, I'm going to tell them I got it and I completed it. But I'm going to not tell them that I'm going to order a different kit, one in a full, and then I can give a proper review. Because as of this I'd give a 3 out of 5. Like, yeah. So either way, that's it, folks. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up or give it a thumbs down. At this point, I don't give a crap. If you're not already a subscriber, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and the bell to be notified anytime I put up a video, folks. And believe me, it's random. Also, I go live on Fridays. I do product reviews of random things, which I do have another product review coming up for something for children. Because summertime's coming and a lot of you have grandkids or your own kids or kids that you might be watching. Or some of y'all, I think one of my subscribers said something about being a summer camp director. So I saw this little 1,200 piece set of like art supplies that I want to try out for the kids, so that over the summer you guys might get one video a week that is completely kid friendly, where they do like experiments and stuff like that, which is what we normally do over the summer. We just don't record it. So yeah, so I do have that coming up later on, probably next week. Either way, that's it for me, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember to be kind, be courteous, be cool. Bye, guys.